You have to also understand that in United States of America, hospitals, which government claims that are private, but I'm telling you they're more governmental than anywhere else in the world, have basically the right to set their own claims. In other words, there's nothing like general price, that would basically evaluate certain examinations or certain therapies or whatever at certain price, but they can charge pretty much whatever they want. And so it happened that, for instance, health coverage did cost hundreds of dollars per month, and their policies which they have offered or they have attempted to offer continually to me were such that would only cover a little portion of the money, and the rest of the costs, it would come again straight out of your pocket, out of my pocket, which didn't make any sense at all. After all, what sense does it make if I actually can charge you whatever I basically want to charge you, and once you come to me, and afterwards the one that's supposed to cover you will only compensate you up to a certain amount of money, upon or after which you will be, for everything else you will be liable yourself. What sense does it make to pay for that kind of a coverage, hundreds of dollars per month? None whatsoever, because this is not coverage. It's just the ripoff. It's just how to get the money from people. That's all there is to it. No. Adding individual cases like mine, it's actually, like the one I mentioned, it's actually beneficial for governmental statistics per disease in order to have one going, running. Yes, because it's very important for the government to have as many cases like this as possible. It is the only way to have this type of option, for genocide or for killing people legally open. They need, and therefore there is a necessity to keep one killing option open for the government. They will push as many as possible individual toward that option. In this case, called Parkinson's disease. In many cases, ironically, now in many countries worldwide, this disease was claimed to be non-existent. It was never recognized as a disease. Many countries worldwide have denied existence of this disease, and many countries have just recently appeared. Upon fall of the Soviet Union, for instance, it was the first time when this disease was basically recognized in Eastern Bloc states. This disease is a pure bogus, is a pure lie. This exit acts of genocide, it's what this is, which have taken place against me during 2004, 2005, and 2006, have also left me without ability to further perform any physical jobs. It was this, that's why I'm saying exit acts of genocide. Exit as you're leaving out of United States. This is what was prepared, just before you go out of United States. We're gonna basically disable you to be able to perform, not to be able to perform any kinds of jobs that are basically physical. And that's exactly what have taken place. I'm unable basically to perform any jobs that will put or place just smallest strain on this part of my body, and all the symptoms of sleeping disorders, of pain, unbearable pain, simply reappear again. I am totally unable to even subsist with myself then, not only to be able to even to go to work at job and so on. Not to mention how it is to be in bed afterwards. When you basically, I did took one job in Austria that was physical, and you know, I needed to save my life and was basically not able to perform the job. I don't want to mention to you how is it to be in bed, sick, not covered by any medical coverage, not having ability to even go to doctor, not having ability to be served at unemployment office, you know, for unemployment benefits, you know, but simply lay down in the bed and eat yourself in pain. You know what you are thinking about only is about one single thing, about committing suicide. But let's continue. You will learn more about the democracy world in which we live, about European Union, about United States of America. So now we continue, and totally opposite of just what I was talking about, or non-existent diseases. I will talk now about what are new diseases produced by government, such as viral presence, have appeared. Yes, we witness to all kinds of newly created viral diseases, so-called viroses, flus. For instance, swine flu would be a good example, for which, of course, as you know, vaccinations are and also are not needed. There's a lot of speculation going on about that governments are deliberately pushing for those vaccinations, again for different purposes. I don't want to make the accusations here, but you can do research yourself, as it seems as if governments are attempting to basically conduct large genocide against population. So what we're talking about here are diseases which have never existed but nowadays do exist because they were created in laboratoriums in order to control population growth. Demographics or statistics, again, if you wish. So they were produced with certain purpose. Natural disasters, as we witness. From oil spill disasters to ice disappearance on the North and South Poles, I wouldn't even dare to talk about forests in Amazonia and so on and so forth. The only information released is the one which is intercepted, or is by coincidence somehow leaked through loopholes. Everything else are lies, misinterpretations, manipulated on behalf of government, lies on everywhere, on every corner. Job mobbings. The new section, job mobbings are creations of severe discriminatory, or what I would rather address simply as torture work environments in which the victim is persecuted by others. This torture work environments or mobbings are preferably created on behalf of government. I would say 99.9% are organized by governments, and it is the case between a single individual versus entire group of bullies, which get basically scenarios from government.